How's it going, guys? It's Charlie Chocobo, and I am back in Crazy Craft, and today we're going to be making a mob grinder. It's sort of like a tutorial thing for you guys in Crazy Craft that want to make a grinder of your own. I think this is what was requested in Twitch chat yesterday. I don't really understand if the request was specifically asking for this or if they wanted to join the server. I don't have no idea. But point being, I'm going to be going over that. But before we get started, I have a crazy cool announcement. Honestly, so hyped. I barely could sleep at all. I actually ran around my place a little bit. I was like, yeah! And I think maybe some of my neighbors might want to murder me now, but hopefully not. If you don't hear from me ever again, though, just saying, neighbors probably did it. But we have something so cool. I hope you guys are psyched. And 3, 2, 1, hit 0. That's right. I have been invited to How to Minecraft. I am so stoked. Honestly, I've been really hoping I can get invited to the server, and it is a huge deal for me. Some of you guys might be like, Choco, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's a huge deal to me because this is the server that I wanted to do a lot of my building and just kind of spend more of my time on, because it's, number one, vanilla Minecraft is really cool, and you get to it kind of is a little bit more challenging, I guess, because you're limited on resources. You don't have any duplicator trees. You don't have anything like that. And also, it's just because you're playing with vanilla rule set, you have so many more things that other people can do. And they're like, hey, I don't really want to play the mod packs. I don't know how I feel about installing all this stuff. Everyone has access to this. I know some of you guys might be like, that's not a big deal, Choco, but to me, it's a pretty big deal, dudes, because I actually, if you guys know anything about my FPS channel, I do harp on that a lot. I'm like, I don't like to use any third-party things where I can change FOV or cap FPS. I like to keep things vanilla, and so being able to join a vanilla server is really cool. And of course, a lot of cool guys on there as well, which makes it so much more fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm not sure exactly when I get into the server itself, and I'm not sure when all that's going down, but I will most certainly leave you guys a little bit more details about this in the near future. I'm not sure when that near future exactly will be, but I will warn you guys before I get into the server, because what I'll be doing is I'll probably doing a 24-hour, at least trying for a 24-hour live stream where I'm playing on that server for a full day, trying to catch up. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be doing too much crazy stuff in terms of I'm not going to go for adventuring. I'm not going to try to set first on the server for the most part. I'm really looking at that server as a really fun and a great way to just kind of let loose a little bit on building and focus with building more aesthetically pleasingly. That's not right. Making more aesthetically pleasing buildings. There we go. Because you can tell a lot of the designs here, and I think this is what Preston was talking about, because he was knocking on my buildings. He was like, Choco, you don't make pretty things. You make industrial buildings that aren't very pretty. And I was just like, why do this though? And I was like, but my tree base is like, nah. I was like, oh, sad face. But anyways, yeah, that's that. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped. I hope you guys are too. Be sure to leave those comments down below whether or not you're excited for How to Minecraft. I know I am. I would be absolutely thrilled to see what you guys think about it. And also, we do have, if you guys want me to kind of bring back that straw poll about what kind of base I should aim for and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section, because I don't know. We already voted kind of, and I have some preliminary plans, but if you didn't see that straw poll, you're like, Chocobo, I need to vote right now, you just let me know. But anyways, let's get started. Let's talk about the building materials for this grinder, because we're in Crazy Craft, darn it. We need to take care of this now. So for the grinder itself, we have these border blocks. So in this, I have glowstone because it's going to be as if you can build this in the overworld, red, or whatever dimensions basically you ever want. If you use glowstone glass or glowstone, anything that provides light, or if you provide lighting in the areas that you need lighting for. Now, what does that mean? The border here is important, obviously, just to make sure that mobs don't fly off and wander off. It's theoretically possible that you don't actually need any, because mobs generally don't tend to like fly off into the distance and do strange interactions. But the border is helpful, especially for one thing in particular. That one thing in particular being if you want to add stinkies into your little mob grinder thing here. Stinkies will fly, but the nice thing is that stinkies drop items by default. Now, what that means is that you could theoretically have just a ton of stinkies dropping really random loot, and you could just have like a stinky farm. Now, for me, it's a little bit too inefficient, a little bit unreliable in terms of what you get, so I'm not too big of a fan of that. And frankly, I mean, I might add some later on just for funsies, but I don't know. Having an excess of stinkies would lag down your server, and it would, I don't know. I don't know about how I feel about adding a stinky farm, but certainly something that you could do if you would be so inclined, and it's pretty cheap if you want to do that, because then you can just, you can knock out this gamma radiation block part and all that other stuff, but you will need the conveyor belts, because those are very helpful. But anyways, so there's that. So the bordering blocks, in this case, obsidian. Obsidian glass. I would use glowstone glass just so you don't get any darkness checks. And we're also going to need some conveyor belts. Now these guys are important, and I mean, honestly, glowstone glass is a little bit on the expensive side because you do need like thickened glass, and then you need sandy glass, and you need all this. So you're going to need a lot of sand to make glowstone glass. But conveyor belts aren't too bad. And obviously you could use like other stuff. Whoops. I always somehow screw it up because they have an O there. I think it's spelled with an E. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, you don't need glowstone glass, so that's not a big deal. Conveyor belts, though, not too expensive. You just have to make some rails, which is just a stick and some iron. And then you take that stick and iron, and then you add more iron to it and redstone, and then bam, you get 8 per go at it. So it's not that expensive. The dimensions here, I currently have it, so it's basically a 7x7, I believe. Oh, it's a 7x6. Weird. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. 7x6. Yeah. So you can probably get away with doing a 5x5 or something like that, but honestly, just doing a 7x6, you might as well. Maybe even a 7x7. 7x7 is a little bit on the large side, but I mean, it doesn't really hurt. It can't really hurt you to do it like a little bit wider. Just because that would make sure that you don't have any weird spawning issues with those soul cages up there, which we'll talk about in a second, if you center it, because then, you know, it's weird. Soul cages don't work in a precise way, which is sort of annoying, but, you know, at the same time, understandable. The next thing you're also going to need is gamma radiation blocks. You can find these in Crazycraft all over the place. Overworld is generally where I've had the most luck in finding gamma radiation blocks in excess. Just go down to mineshaft, and by the time that you have enough iron to get this stuff going, chances are you're going to probably have some gamma radiation blocks. They can grow farms of them. They grow like cacti, like that, except they don't have any weird interactions with like blocks next to them, so you can get away with doing that if you would so desire. Pretty straightforward though, nothing too crazy. These things are super helpful, and they're going to take the role of damaging mobs that are at least 2 tall. Which is very important because that is going to help our grinder be efficient and also be reduced lag costs, let's put it that way. We have some stone slabs here. This is a modification that I have not actually even done for my grinder yet, but I think I might want to do. And the point for that is that right now, if you have a 1x1, or if you have a 1 tall mob of any sort or less, they will kind of just like shoot on through and down. And they can get stuck here, and they won't interact with the gamma radiation blocks. That's annoying. Incredibly so. So what I actually am thinking about doing is maybe adding a stone slab for a check here to make sure things don't get caught up in this little area. I also might add some gamma radiation blocks, frankly, to the bottom layer right there, but we'll see. But then you're going to need some hoppers, some treasure chests, obviously. Oh, dang, I didn't even think about that. I don't even think I have treasure chests here, do I? Nope, I do not. Doop. And then we are going to need ourselves, hoppers, transfer pipes. 1 transfer node is all you really need because you're going to have hoppers feeding into the feed chest. And, oh, wait, these are sorting pipes. You don't need sorting pipes. You just need a transfer pipe. You don't need sorting pipes. But yeah, hopper, transfer node, chest, sorting pipe is going to be for the whole organization. Obviously, you're going to need as many transfer pipes as you do chests for relevant items, and you're just going to need that 1 transfer node. And then, of course, you're going to need as many chests as you have items. Now, you can theoretically do some other stuff with this, like if you want to be a little bit more efficient, or if you're not planning to have like a ludicrous amount of farm stuff, you could, shove several items into one chest, or if you want to be efficient about it, you can do other things. If you have access to the barrels or whatever, then you can also do a couple weird things with that. But for our cases, this is what we're going to be rolling with. And yeah, then the last part of the equation is, of course, the soul cages. The soul cages, I guess I'm just going to just lump them all together. For the soul cages themselves, you're going to want to have as many soul cages as you want different kinds of mobs for the drops. Now, this is very important in terms of the selection of mobs is pretty key here. And there is one mob that I just absolutely love, and it's just so useful. It's very, very, handy, but super hard to find in Crazycraft, and those are witches. If you can find a witch, okay, number one, if you find an ancient dried witch egg or whatever, you must get that. I don't even know if they exist, but you must get it. Never ever pass that up, because that's insane. I don't even know how you could, it's very, very important. If you find a witch's hut, mark that down, and just, you have to visit it, and you have to, camp the witches and stuff. I've actually had more luck finding witches in, I think, the Rainbow Ant Dimension. I can't remember now. But I remember I had some issues finding in the overworld because I found more Farlanders than I did villagers. But the villagers did spawn in Rainbow Ant Dimension. So who knows? I don't remember where I got my original seed, my original seeded witch from, and I can't find where I spawned. So I don't know where it is. It's really annoying. I can't find where they spawned at, and it's pretty obnoxious. But anyways, if you can find a witch, it's awesome. It drops what? Redstone, glowstone, glass bottles, spider eye. It drops a bunch of stuff for basically what you would need for brewing, and that's helpful for a lot of different things, but certainly not necessary. Sheepies also, a bunch of sheps. Sheps are good because they drop a ton of wool, which is used in a lot of stuff in Crazycraft for superhero stuff especially, so that's handy. Spiders, now if you want to be on the safe side, giant spiders generally tend to be what I go for, because giant spiders are tall enough that they don't need that one block requirement, and they don't have really weird interactions with stuff. So perhaps you want to look into doing that. And then you can, I guess, get creepers for the gunpowder. You can get you can figure this out. This is not the hard part, guys. Let's be serious. But anyways, we are going to do a little bit of a setup thing. I'm not going to spend too much time with setting up. We're not going to spend too much time trying to figure out mobs and stuff. So I'm just going to do a test run with just some of the mobs that we have. I do have a giant spider thing, which should do just fine. Now, what I personally think is that it would also not be a bad idea to have a lava layer for this spawner / grinder. It's just going to expedite the speed at which the mobs end up getting killed, which is very handy. You don't have any of these 1.8 rule sets of you have to tag the mob to get the kill and stuff like that, which is really obnoxious, honestly, for grinders. I know that a lot of people have posted stuff on YouTube. They're like, I can't believe they did that. It ruined half my stuff, and it was bad times all around. And I remember it was just apparently broke half the grinders that people had designed, which is pretty rough. But then they found a way around it where they would just leave it so it just softened them up, and then you would just have to go ahead and one-shot them with either a healing potion or a potion of harming, I think it's called. I actually don't know that much about brewing in vanilla Minecraft. I know stuff about alchemical brewing. I know that. I could do blood magic brewing. That counts as something, right? Right? No? Okay. Alright, so let's go with this height. It's honestly not quite the height I would like, but this should be a fairly minimalistic, very low resource, very cheap version of a grinder. It's because it's not going to be too big. It's going to be pretty compact. And if this design does not work, I'll figure something out. And I guess I might have to cut out the cow until I figure out what design does work. But I mean, hopefully this would help you guys on your own Crazy Craft servers and stuff like that. And by the way, this has been a question that I've gotten every now and then of people being like, can I get Crazy Craft? Yes, you can. You can absolutely get Crazy Craft. You just get the Void's Wrath. So Void's Wrath being VOIDS and then Wrath, WRATH. Get the Void's Wrath launcher, and then you just go ahead, download that, and it will actually install the mod for you. You don't have to do too terribly much for it. Why does this look like it's so much wider than it should be? 4. Oh, it's 8 wide. Oh, right, because the border. Lol. I swear I'm not always a derp. I am always a derp. All right, let's see here. This is the odds. I just need to break that. All right. The center part is very important to designate, and honestly, you should always keep track of that, which I did not do a very good job of, but that's okay. And, all right, we're just going to add 1 soul cage for the time being, I think, just because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, because you guys, I'm sure, can figure this out pretty handily. It's not that bad, and do I even have? No, I do not. All right. So I forget what it was. I think one of the, like, whenever, every now and then in Crazy Craft, right, you will get a mob that spawns that will be a boss. And one of the more dangerous ones is whenever you have a boss mob that has the explosive shot one. I forget what kinds of prefixes that they are. But those guys are absolutely brutal. I mean, they are just not a good time. So you do want to be a little bit careful about those guys, but let's see here. So we are just going to do this. And that should be fine like that, because we are going to add that gamma radiation layer all around just to kind of encourage things to take some extra damage on the way down. And then we're just going to add these gamma radiation blocks like so. And honestly, this is really not that expensive if you think about it, because you could even just do this with regular glass and then add some torches around. I believe the interaction is that if you... Well, I want to make sure I'm not lying to you guys. I have to think about this for a moment. All right, I think the interaction is that they have to have a block that is not a half slab or a transparent block to spawn on top of. So that means that they won't spawn like halfway in the air, which shouldn't matter for this build, but basically you want to make sure that the ground level has some version of lighting. So if you have lighting somewhere nearby, like on this wall for me, I think that would work. You can just make sure that things don't spawn here. You also want to keep the area around it pretty well lit. Now, also, if you're away from this, the grinder will not be in operation unless you're in the spawn chunk or you are nearby. So just a little quick tip for you guys. To definitely be aware of, because that can be extremely annoying if you screw it up. But oops. Ow. Alright, let me see. I think that's good for that. We actually might need to build this a little bit taller. Let's hope not, because that would be unfortunate, because then I would have to build another layer, and then that would be annoying. But let me see here. Alright. Now, conveyor belts. How do conveyor belts work? Conveyor belts will move anything, items, mobs, anything at all. Players, if you don't crouch, it will move you automatically. Now, this is in replacement of using any water mechanics to move items about. And honestly, conveyor belts are super underrated. Not a lot of people seem to be using them on the server. Conveyor belts are super handy. They just do everything you could ever want for you, really. And I forgot I'm a floating island. I was like, why does it feel like it's not quite tall enough? Because it is indeed being cheeky. All right. But anyways, yeah. All right, cool. And then if you want to harm yourself for science, you can just go ahead and just see. Whoop. Ah, I glitched through. Oh, no. All right, let's try that one more time. Let's try it one more time for science. And hopefully this will not be a derpy moment. Oh, ow. Okay. So let's just go ahead and shift. I know it's control for most people. Wait, no, it's shift. It's shift for most people. What am I talking about? All right, so I'm a mob. Oh no, gamma radiation. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And then slowly take the damage. Obviously, you can add a lava layer here, but I'm going to keep it into the like itty bitty version of this, so I'm not going to worry about it. But we do need some sticks. I don't know if sticks are part of the deal here. Are they? Yes, they are. Because witches are awesome. Alright. And then we are going to go ahead and just... Oh, wait. Just realized something. I don't have chests. Okay, don't have chests. Alright, well, we can liberate some wood from a tree. Alright, tree, No! What have I done? Oh, wait, no, I gave Lachlan the axe. Alright, no, that's okay. Alright, whatever. No big deal. I can just go /warp, Quay, Neo Storage, and obviously making chests is not too hard if you're just getting basic chests, which I will be doing right now, because it is a struggle, man. It is a very big struggle. I mean, what? So... Question mark? I know I have a chest somewhere. I just don't know where. I am making weird faces. Oh! I hear police cars. And they all be going. Alright, okay, well, I guess we're going to go down. Weird. I thought for sure I had some... Nah, whatever. And, oh, I forgot. I liberated some of my mobs from life. Oopsies. And then we'll do that. That's not even close to what I want to do. Alright. Put that back. Put that back. Now, obviously, if you can use crystal chests, stuff like that, that would be best, just because of the fact that that would allow you to fit more items in for only having one block of it, but not necessary. You could certainly get away with just doing a chest early on, and then you can replace it as you kind of upgrade your operations from maybe even just using the mob grinder. Maybe you'll upgrade it from this, and then you'll make wonderful things happen. But, neither here nor there. Alright, so, then we're going to do this. Straight down from this layer. Now some people, some people have been like, Chocobo, couldn't you just add more gamma radiation blocks? No, because you would need those gamma radiation blocks to be damaging things right here. So, unfortunately not. But, a valiant idea, and certainly not a terrible one. If only it worked. Alright, then we're going to do, whoops, that's a bit much. Wait. What happened to this whole row? What? Alright, strange. Alright, we're gonna have to fix that. I don't know why it's gone. It's kind of weird, but... Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna ask any questions. I'm asking questions, guys. I don't understand what just happened here. Why did it break? Oh, I must have built too far away. I think the server glitched out. That's okay. No one's going to lose sleep over it, I don't think. I am literally the worst at placing down blocks at the moment. I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, pick up those. Ow? Why did I just take down? Ow. Okay, yep. And then plop on down to here. Go ahead and drop some hoppers. And then we're just going to break a block that way. Also give myself an escape route. Escape route. Alright, cool. You don't need that last hopper. I just put that in there just because, I don't know, I was feeling silly about it. Alright, and then we have that in place. And then let's add another layer of gamma radiation blocks just to be on the safe side, which honestly we shouldn't need, but that's okay. I'm just going to add them just because I am careful. And then we are going to actually add a stone slab here. It shouldn't matter because we're going to be using a giant spider, which is huge. Like it's quite a large size mob and shouldn't be able to get down here. But who knows? Maybe you'll find a mob that you want to put in here that may qualify for terribly terrible things. So I do not wish to worry you that way. We're also going to take out that repellent because I don't know if you want to make a creeper mob in here. If you do, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. And then this part. Now, because we're only going to have a spider in here, I'm just going to... Oh, dadgummit, I need more chests. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I don't know why. Guys, why do I do this to myself? Why do I not do the smart thing and take an axe out? Why do I not do that? Actually, can this work? Oh god, what did I just do? Oh wow, it might... Wait. What the flipperdoodles? Oh. Wait, what the heck did I pick up? That? Oh, dirt maybe? Alright, whatever. I just need one more oak wood. NBD. My BFF Jill. Alright. No, come back, wood. Thank you. Oh, there's a chest in my face. There's so many chests in there. Like, sad face. Alright. We're going to go ahead and add a chest. Yes, we're going to add a chest. Oh, dadgummit, I need to make the chest. I'm just sitting here like, what did I screw up? I didn't make a chest. Alright. So we're going to make another chest. You need at least 2. Alright, like so. And then as the brave, pioneering experimentors that we are, you're going to then do this. And then, whoop. Bang. And then bang. Oops. Nope, that's not going to work. Hold on. Actually, would that? You know what? This would work. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna turn it on like that because actually that would work now that I think about it. But basically what you would end up doing is, I guess if you want to use vanilla chests, just like the regular ones, you would have to space them one apart because you could use like the trap chest thing and stuff, but honestly I don't see why you would do that. But you would have to either space them one apart, do trap chests alternating, and that would allow you to just kind of have the transfer pipes working the same way I have it with the crystal chest right here. And I mean, that design is just, it works for just about everything, honestly. You just have to make sure that you put one of whatever item you want in that chest. You just have to, you have to just make sure that one of whatever item you want there just going to be sitting in that chest, and it'll always designate it to add more of that into that chest, which is nice. So definitely do that if you would like. But this should also work for the time being. I don't see why it wouldn't. So let's go ahead and test this bad boy out. In before fail. Whoops. Oh, I never knew that you could do that. Wait, nope, I think it's lying to me. That's why it's working. I never knew you could do that because you can't do it, joke about. All right. Okay, let's turn that on, and let's see if science is working. Now, giant spiders, yeah, these guys have a fair bit of HP, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference to us. All right. We've got some melted spiders, and let us see. We do indeed have string. I do not know if these guys drop spider eyes. I don't believe they do. Let me just check the hoppers and make sure there's nothing strange going on. Nope. All right, cool. So yeah, that it does work. Everything is all groovy and schmoovy. Yeah, and that's how that works. And of course, if you want to add more, you can certainly stack up a couple more things here and there. You can tell from the other design here. Whoopsie doodles. I'm going to go to the other grinder. Well, if I can ever get out, because I'm a derp. All right. So you can tell from this other grinder, I only have one lever. Now, if you want to but if you want to make the redstone a little bit better here, you can make it so it's selective per. But the way I have this currently set up is it's going to light up this block, and this block, I believe. I don't think it will light up that bottom one. Let's go ahead and just flick it on real quick. Yeah, so it lit up that one and that one. That makes sense. This one should also light up if I had any mob thing in there. I should just go ahead and add the prisoner because I don't know why I didn't add that back. But yeah, it should add, if you put it right in the middle of the 3 blocks, it'll light up all 3, which is very handy. And you can go ahead and use that to, if you want to make like a combo grinder, you have to make that other one that we made a little bit taller. But if you do it right in the middle there, it should, yep, there we go, light up all 3. and it should go ahead and do that for you. Although you will need a conveyor belt at the very top or a gamma radiation block, really up to you. I would prefer a conveyor belt just to make sure that your yield is a little bit, just that little itty bitty tiny bit better, because it can act weird. Or alternatively, you can just make it really tall. If you build it high enough that it's not within the, like, I generally go by if it's at least 3 higher or 3 wider than where you put that spawner, it shouldn't spawn on top or to the side of it. So that's a pretty good rule of thumb that I've gone by. I don't know if it is an actual scientifically proven rule, but that's what I do. I'm starving, and I know everyone probably saw this coming from a mile away. They're like, Choco starving, who knew? But yep, there we have it. Your own personal grinder, possibly a pig. Where? Oh. Wow, sniper vision. Good lord. I picked up a pig all the way from over here. Wow, that's impressive. All right, and here's the doodles. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Of course, comment. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. And, oh, you know what? It's already really over. Tell you what, we'll start off the next episode. Oh, no, wait, we already have some on the wall. We'll add 2 more people to the wall, I think, next time. Maybe 3. We'll see. So also make sure to comment down below if you would like to be on the wall. But Miles C wanted an unstable sword, and so he got one. I don't know if that's supposed to mean something, but yep, congratulations for making it on the wall. And guys, I hope you did enjoy. Of course, comment if you're hyped for HTM. Comment down below if you would like to be on the wall and all that good stuff. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Minecraft content. And I will see you guys next time. Ciao for now.